Okay, hole one here at Petrifying Springs. Pretty good strike with the 4 hybrid. I'm teeing off with the 4 hybrid to keep this ball in play. Pretty good shot here. Left me about 130 out with the pitching wedge. Struck it pretty good. Got it on the green. Can't complain about that. On in regulation. This putt was right on line. I just left it maybe a foot or foot and a half short. So it was an easy tap in, so a good way to start the round at even par after the first hole. Second hole is a longer par 3. It's like 230 or 235. I got the hybrid again. I tried playing the draw. And it did draw. I just aimed a little bit too far right. I got caught up in the rough under a tree. So I left myself this punch shot, which isn't ideal. And I didn't hit it great at all. Left it short. That was all. Now I've got a chip up the hill, elevated green. And this shot tracer, it kind of blew up on me, but it was actually a good chip. I left myself a very makeable bogey, about 5-footer, downhill. And it caught the edge of the cup and just went by. So, double bogey. This is for double bogey, so 2 over after 2. Next hole is a par 4. It's like 380. And I was trying to play the draw here, and I ended up pulling it and drawing it, kind of a snap hook, so it killed a lot of distance off it. Second shot, I had a ways out. It was over 200 yards. I pulled out the hybrid, struck it pretty well. I had like a 50-yard chip here, and I chunked it. And that shot tracer, that kind of blew up, but it was just on the fringe of the green, just off the green. The pin was all the way up. You should see the back of the green. So I'm pretty happy with this chip. It left me a makeable bogey putt. And it just slid by the hole. So 2 double bogeys. So now I'm 4 over after 3. After starting out with a par, that wasn't great to have 2 doubles. So now here's a par 3, 165. Played an 8-iron here. I pulled it a touch. It was pin high, but just off the green left. So I'm pretty happy with this chip. You can see the ball. It rolled up right by the pin.
Pretty good.
It was probably like 2 feet, 2.5 feet. It was a little slider. It was right to left. So I felt pretty confident. Maybe it was like 4 feet, 3 feet, I don't know. Anyway, I missed it just by an inch or 2. So a little tap in for a bogey. So now I'm 5 over after 4 holes. And this hole is very scoreable, short par 4, 270. Sometimes I drive the green. This time I got caught up a little bit high. Left myself like 50 yards. And I got on the green, so we're on a regulation putting for bird. It's a long putt uphill, and the camera, it got kind of caught up. So I didn't get a really good angle at this. I put it in my push car in a cup holder. And it got jostled around. So anyway, I left this short, and I ended up making my par putt. I have it in the screen here, but made the par putt. Another pretty scoreable hole. This is a dog leg right, down the hill. You have to get over those trees, dog leg right, which I did. Had a little bit of tree trouble, had a puncher, little 7-iron puncher. I was really happy with this. Got on the green there, so now we're putting for bird. Long putt uphill. And you can see that lag putt. That was pretty good. Rolled just by the hole. Left myself like a 2-footer. Tapped it in for a par. So now we're still five over after 6. It was nice to get a couple of pars strung together. It's a dog leg left. Pretty pleased with this drive. This is what I try and do. Start it out right and draw it back in. Left myself like a gap wedge. It was like 117 or 110 in, something like that. I think it was like 110. Green's elevated, so it plays a little bit longer. I struck it really well. It's on the fringe, actually. So I'm just barely on the fringe. It was a long putt. And you can barely see the ball roll by. And it actually hit the corner of the hole, rolled out, and left myself just a 3-foot tap in uphill. So I'm still 5 over, so 3 consecutive pars. I'm pretty pleased about that. And the last 2 are par 5, scoreable holes. Drive was okay. A little bit of a pull left, but it was decent distance. I'm laying up here, had a 6-iron. I'm probably 240 out at this point. It's all uphill. These last 2 holes are uphill. The 6-iron was flushed, and now I have a chip here. It was like 65 yards, and I hit it fat. So I went over to the left. I chunked it a bit. The big old divot, I had to grab that and bring it back and take care of that course. So now I'm just off the green. I opted for my 58 and chipped it up there, ran up really nice. And I was confident I was going to make this par putt. This was like a 1.5 foot. And for whatever reason, the green, it rolls right to left in this angle. But I saw something at the end where it left to right, so I aimed a touch left and just missed it, blazed the edge. So that was a bogey. That was an opportunity right there. I should have had a par. Last hole, par 5. Tried to hit the draw, and I pushed it, got underneath it. So it was a big blow-up push, decent distance, I guess. There's a hazard straight ahead, so I had a punch shot, keep it low under the tree. I think this is a 7-iron or a 6-iron. So I got it up there, close by the hazard. At this point, I think I'm 155 out, playing uphill. Elevated green. I think I had a 7-iron.
Put her on.
And I put it on. So I'm looking at birdie. Birdie attempt. Putt. Right to left. And I missed it. It was good speed, good pace. Just I needed to aim a little bit more right and realize it was going to leak that far left at the end. There we go, finished it. So that's what a 12 handicap looks like. Thank you for watching.